really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold.
Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, this is the National Football League. The Miami Dolphins taking on the New England Patriots.
It is a tropical, hot summer afternoon, so staying hydrated going to be key for the players, the fans, even the commentators as we are at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway from Miami. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has. If he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Charles, that's a route that you and I have seen time and time again in our years up. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call.
After review of the play, rules on the field.
On 2nd down, Mostert. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Matthew Judon in there to take him down. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage. But right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward. And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll look to throw here. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that drive was going pretty darn well. 3 previous times, converted on 3rd down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said, enough of that.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Sanders is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So out comes the Patriots offense as they'll get their first shot at things here. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
Tell you what, partner, he might just be a rookie, but he certainly looks the part of a veteran NFL starter, and he carries himself like one leading the offense out there. In a lot of ways, he is advanced as a first-year quarterback, and he came in and was right at home with this offense.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Wilson. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think we'd have to say that last season it was an excellent move for Kendrick Bourne to sign with the New England Patriots. Set career highs in catches and yards and even ran the jet sweep to great effectiveness. They love to get it to him at any level on the field, and he rewards them there with a first down.
Ready.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. On 2nd down, Wilson. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here we go. 10 flat.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Harris. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot on
best.
the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll run right side with Mostert. Room here to run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. 34 yards for Raheem Mostert. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync. The line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead grows to 10-0. after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Miami set to take over. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Matt Judon. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Ready. 60 red. 60 red.
Now Wilson on first down. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
On third down, here's Harris. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And here's Jake Bailey now. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. And going deep for Hill. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. Here's Jones. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway from the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Wilson. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Ready, set.
They go play action with Wilson. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Harris running straight ahead. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Second and 12. Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they'll work this down inside the 30. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Wilson now off the bootleg. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They were certainly in field goal range, opted to go for it. Hey, they were able to pick it up.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, but look at it this way. The kicker had missed one before, so they decided to stay out and go for it, and it worked. But now, just one missed field goal and you're not trusting him? He'll be visiting a team psychiatrist this week because he's going to want some answers about why they wouldn't put him back out on the field.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Harris is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Pats have cut it back within a score. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this third quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points, and not really with a lot of hope, but with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
Nick Folk for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game, 1st and 10 here. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Championships, baby. Patch it.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Second and 5. Forced out to his left. He'll swing this out to Mostert. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 3rd and 4 now. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Matt Judon getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. An even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. New England trying to get a place on offense, and you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And right side, Henry's got it. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Working with his 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. Harris has it over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a give. Running left is Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Myers. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Wilson. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. Dolphins offense returning to the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Here's 2nd and 8. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. On the punt, 2 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Another go around now for the Patriot offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play. Well, you talk about catching a defense off guard. They were not expecting jet sweep at all there.
Well, he was 10 yards downfield before the defense even knew what hit him. So a really good play call against a defense that was set up for them to gain big yardage. And how about how they executed the handoff there? That means they spent some time with the wide receivers taking handoffs from the quarterbacks.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Quick completion to Henry. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again is Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Open man right side, Myers. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by Wilson, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's swung out to Mostert. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Now Wilson. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On the give, this is Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And able to work his way down to the 16. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So the Dolphins now trailing 17-10. A little under a minute to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Connecting with Hill.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He's back to throw.
He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And remember, field goal does him no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
So a tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Miami, so long, everybody.
Not headed to the airport for this one. One more day here will suit me just fine.